bottom business cycle and the U-shaped bottom business cycle. What this means is that the fact that we've recorded 3 consecutive negative growth rate, that is to say in the first, second, and third quarter, Nigeria is in the U-bottom shaped business model. That is to say, we are heading for depression. I wish he was here I could show him these graphs. The V-shaped graph, usually, when we say recession is supposed to be a short-run phenomenon. There's no doubt about that. And what that means is that when you are in this recession, fiscal and monetary policies the government should implement very, very effective fiscal and monetary policies that will get us out of this recession. And going by this trend, you could see that it is growing in a geometric progression. So what we are saying is the 3.02 GDP that is being proposed for the 2017 is very, very unrealistic. Even IMF and the World Bank projected that our GDP will be less than 1%. So I do not understand the basis for this projection. Again, a lot has been said about the exchange rate. Even at the end of the MPC meeting of the CBN yesterday, they confirmed that the exchange rate will remain at 305. And this clearly tells us that there is no coordination between the fiscal authority and the monetary authorities. And that's why we'll continue to remain where we are. And again, on the retained revenue, the projections on the retained revenue of 4.16 trillion, when 3.8 was projected in 2016, with the high level of inflation and the underperformance of the 2016 budget, we're still projecting a 4.16 trillion. That is very, very unrealistic. We understand the play around to show up the aggregate expenditure, but the bottom line is we have to look at this MTEF document, come out with all these figures, and make it known to the executive that there is the urgent need to review these assumptions. They are not scientifically based, and therefore, that is my submission.
Senator Samayo.
Now, at the end of the MPC meeting of yesterday, it was resolved that the liquidity rate of 30% will be retained. And what this portends is that we will continue to have tight liquidity position in the system. 2, they said the interest rate will continue to remain. This will keep bank borrowing, very, very expensive and therefore very unattractive. 3, the FX, the approach or the regime being deployed now by central bank to insist on a peg to say that the exchange rate must remain at a particular rate, it is not healthy for our economy. This will continue to discourage investors because of course, an investor would want to know if his inflow is in the country, how does he get it out? I think it's very, very important we look at this implication. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Samayo.
Imo East, Imo State. A lot has been spoken about this issue. Last week, Mr. President, the oil revenue was 1.6 million barrels a day. And if you look at it, all the destructions, all the installations.
Those in favor that the Senate do refer the request of Mr. President CNC for the approval of the MTF and FSP to the Senate Committee Actuaries of Finance, Appropriation and National Planning. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This was referred to the three committees, and as we also agreed that those committees should ensure that all the comments that have been said today are incorporated in the discussion, and also to ensure that before they bring this report back to us, they must pick a date quickly where they will come and present before us the 2016 performance and to be able to guide us so that when they come back with the final report on NTF. Distinguished colleagues, this debate, now call on the leader of the Senate to stand down the other items on the